If you guys need Ultimate Team coins, then go and check out x3game.com. Their link will be down in the description. Use code CAPGUN to get yourself a discount. You're right, guys, it's CapGun Tom here, and welcome back to another episode of Team Takedown. Now, I asked on Twitter who you'd like to see in the next episode of Team Takedown, and you went for this man, Ziyech. He got a Team of the Knockout Stage card just the other day, which means his headliner card has gone up to 91 rated. He's super cheap, 116,000 coins, but he's going to be super difficult to work into a team because not only is he Moroccan, but he also plays in the Eredivisie, and we all know that is going to make it an absolute blooming nightmare. We also have gone away and got ourselves a pretty formidable opponent. It's Andy.
The man who actually knows the Team Takedown rules.
Listen, I had Flair on last time, and you guys should go back and watch that episode because if you wanted to see me get absolutely peppered in the squad building section...
Did you get smashed?
I got absolutely
I thought I was the only
it.
genius.
I thought he was the only one who knew anything about FIFA and the FIFA community. Apparently there's two of you. In fact, Bateson didn't do too bad either, so there are a couple of people about that know what they're doing. And also, as I go through more people now, they'll be on their second goes and they'll sort of understand it better, I guess. So...
I'm on like go number
Andy,
3 though.
What do you think of this Ziyech card?
2-star weak foot, Tom. Do you want me to be one of them guys who a card gets released and they go, oh my god, 66 balance, 2-star weak foot, I'm out.
Oh, 59 marking. I use the card, I'm out. Yeah.
Nah, he actually looks sick, to be fair. I started using Socrates and people go mad at me because he's got like 60 balance. I think he's sick. It doesn't matter. So I imagine this Ziyech card's incredible.
Yeah, I think this should be fun. And obviously it's going to be a very, very tricky squad building section, especially if we get someone difficult to use out of the pack. Like
I forgot that.
Leagues. So I'm over in the store, Andy. I'm going to open one of these 100k packs.
Sugar.
Alright then, 100k pack. Let's see what we got. I just managed to pack myself Team of the Knockout Stage Sané, but this pack hasn't even got walkout.
Mine hasn't got a walkout neither. What an absolute scam.
I
haven't even got a board!
Goalkeeper. I've got flipping Bauman,
oh,
so I've barely got a board either. Okay, so one rule that might have changed since the last time you did it, Andy, is no goalkeepers. So no goalkeepers.
Okay.
I could
so everyone wants you to try and guess the goalie.
I might use Glick and upgrade him.
There's not a chance I'm using Fesh, sir. Give me a walkout, you bloody stupid game. You know At least this one's a board. This one's an inform, actually. Who's this? Oh, I can't be using it. I mean, he's not awful, I suppose. But, I mean, I've got a Moroccan from the Eredivisie. Can I really send myself down the Liga NOS route as well?
Well, I don't know. I've just managed to get Glick again, so my fate is sealed, so I have to use
I got Company as well. That's not tragic.
Choice,
oh, I got a walkout. Come on. Sort us out. What are we saying? Modric! Ooh!
Wow. You're going to upgrade to his Team of the Year card?
No. But he's going to dab on you, Tom. Do you know what? I'm going to use Modric. That's decent.
You got to use Modric, definitely. Alright, I'm getting my formation, mate, so tell me when to stop spinning.
Stop.
4-4-1-1 second variation. Not bad. We can work with that.
Alright, Tom, my formations are also spinning away like mad. Hit me with that stop whenever you want.
And stop.
4-3-3-5.
Oh,
that's a lot of links, but a decent formation.
That is a lot of links for Ziyech, isn't it?
That's a lot of links.
Ooh. And there's definitely no Moroccan icons in this game, is there?
I don't think there's any Croatian. Is there Croatian icons? I don't think there is, no.
No, they took out Davor Suker last year, I think.
Yeah.
Or the year before. Alright, well, you know what happens now, guys. We are going to go away and build our teams off screen, and once we're finished, we'll come back and show you. If you don't want to see the teams, I would recommend you look away now so that you can play along with us. So just wait for the sound of my voice saying look back. Okay, so here are the 2 completed squads. If you want to write them down or remember them, take a picture or whatever, go ahead. Let's get into the guessing. And if you were looking away, you are now welcome to look back at the screen because we have removed the teams and put each other's teams underneath us so that we can sort of work out what we're doing as we go along. Now, as the guest stand, you get to go first, so choose a position and start your questioning.
I'm not really sure where to start is the problem.
It's understandable.
Okay, I'm going to go for a really, really obvious one.
Yeah.
Does your right back get any sort of link to Ziyech?
He does.
Okay, that's a good start. So now we've either got an Eredivisie right back or a Moroccan. Now, in the form of Eredivisie, there's Dumfries, but he's a Scrubberland challenge, and I doubt you... Yeah, you're on Xbox. There's no way you've done this. You've definitely got Dumfries on your PlayStation, I assume anyway, but there's no way you've got him on your Xbox. The rest of them are pretty dead, to be honest with you. I mean, you still could use Dumfries. He is silver. Or, we've got Morocco. So, I think, is it just Hakimi? Again, it is just Hakimi. Okay, Tom, is your right back Moroccan?
Yes.
Do you have Hakimi, Tom?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
Absolutely fine. You're good then.
May I go again?
That was kind of like a sacrificial one. I knew that he was going to get taken. Even if I'd said safety, you would have still got
Just guessed Hakimi because you were safety in it. Yeah. Do I want to ask if he's from the Bundesliga? It's a bit of a waste of a question, isn't it?
What is your position?
I'm going right centre back, sorry.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to call safety there.
You're going to call safety on the right centre back?
Yes, indeed.
Wow, okay, so I just get one random punt and then I get a go anyway. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't count as a go, so...
Yeah, and then I would get my next go anyway. Alright, so I'm thinking, you've probably tried to be... The only way to make this any less of just an absolute Hail Mary is to maybe see if you have tried to link this across to Glick. I'm not sure you can, to be honest with you. You could put Ruffier there and Upamecano, but then you need a strong link to... You need another link to Upamecano from this guy, and maybe your striker does strong link to him. Oh, okay, Tom, do you have Upamecano?
I don't.
Okay, that's fine. I wasn't really sure. Maybe you've gone for Witzel, maybe you've gone for Benatia and tried to be a smart arse. I'm not really sure. Anyway, so we've got a mystery player in at right centre-back. That's annoying. That's an annoying safety. I was planning to branch off from that. Even if I didn't guess it, I wanted at least a bit of knowledge about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does your goalkeeper get... I'm going for goal... Oh, you can't safety anymore. Okay. Does your goalkeeper get a link to Glick?
Yes, he does.
Interesting. So your goalie links to Glick. Does he link to this mystery centre-back? Or is he just a strong... No, I'm not... That's not a question. Oh, that's... Can that be a question?
Well, yeah, I suppose so. Because you're asking about goalkeeper, so...
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't realise that could have been a question. I should have asked if he links to both of them. That's fine. Ooh, alright. So if he links to Glick... Have you been as smart as this? Okay, alright, okay. I feel like we might be onto something here, you know, Tom. I probably should have Hail Married this. Oh, but then how would he get him full chemistry? I'm not really sure. How do I... Okay, Tom. Is your goalkeeper from the Liga?
He is not, no.
Tom, do you have Szczesny?
I do, yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you have Benatia.
It's frustrating.
I was
Very
tempted to Hail
Mary.
Mary.
Actually, what I could have done. I'm very limited to what I can actually do with my team because there's just so few links to Ziyech, and I'm hoping that I can get on the same sort of thought pattern as you to obliterate your team.
Okay, so I'm putting, even though I didn't guess Benatia, I'm putting it in just so that the people can see, because you know that's obviously who it is, and that's because that's my thought process anyway. Right. What I'm going to do, Tom, is I'm going to target your left centre mid, and I'm going to go on the assumption of it being a strong link. Like, I'm not going to ask that as a question. I'm going to try and narrow down which strong links it could be. So, just to show the people in the video so that it's not, and on the stream, so that it's not really boring for them. If we go to Monaco, that's not Monaco, is it? Is that Monaco? Yeah, that is Monaco. I'm going mental. No, it's not. That's Marseille. Where's Monaco?
AS.
AS. That's why I can't find it. We've got Fabregas. We've got Tielemans. We've got Golovin. Adrian Silva. This Moroccan dude, which actually could be not great, but good for the squad, I suppose, because then you could go Moroccan on the other side and like an icon striker or something like that. And then there is that Naldo. But I don't think you'll have got that objective on this account. And there is a couple of CDMs that aren't particularly good. So what I'm going to do... I had a really clever tactic for this last time, didn't I? Where I put the two best ones in like opposite groups. And then it made the 50-50 between them. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, Tom, do you have either a Spanish man, a Russian, I assume Golovin is Russian, isn't he? Yeah, he is. Let's just make sure I'm not asking wrong. Yeah. Do you have a Spanish guy, a Russian, or a Belgian at your left centre mid?
Yes, I do. I do indeed.
Okay. Do you have... So if you've got Fabregas, Tielemans, or Golovin, what's going to make this squad easiest? I think potentially Tielemans is going to make it easiest. So I'm going to ask you, do you have a Spanish guy or a Russian?
I do.
Oh, okay. So it's between Fabregas and Golovin. Do you have Fabregas, Tom?
Yes, indeed. Finally, I can have a go. Jeez and rice. Yeah, I think I would have got away with it. The only thing that really caught me there was the Szczesny thing. Because I knew that you would get... There was literally nothing I could do. You would have always got my right back, regardless of who I used, I think, in this team. Because you can just narrow it down so easily. So I think I'm probably about to get yours as well. So I guess we're going to start off with your right back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say, is he Moroccan or an icon?
No.
Right, okay, so now we're looking at just Eredivisie right backs.
I'm just getting a picture of my team up to make sure I answer these questions properly. Okay.
Okay, so unless there's a right wing back, there really is not that much. No, there's not even a right wing back in the entire league. I mean, you could have used like strong links or something, and then not need a link. I'm gonna say, does your right back link to your right winger?
To Ziyech?
Mm-hmm.
He does.
He does, right, okay, so now we just got to guess which one it is. Now, does Andy have the Dumfries card? Or not? I'm feeling like he probably doesn't. So I'm going to say, do you have Veltman?
I'm not sure. Let me just check.
Okay, no.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You have Veltman, alright, okay, so there we go. That's the first, but that's good for you because now you've got the strong link to Ziyech and now you can actually move away from that.
Oh, why did I... Oh my god, I always forget the rules on this. Why did I not just shout safety?
Yeah, might have been an idea. Right.
Okay. What's wrong with me? I always forget that that's a thing. There was no way you'd have Hail Mary Veltman.
Probably not. But I don't think I would have. I don't think I would have Hail Married Ziyech either. But, no, what's his name?
Hakimi.
Because you knew that I would have gone for him. Right. Anyway, so now I'm going to move on. I'm going to assume that you're using an Eredivisie, because both of these guys need links. So I'm going to assume you're using like an Eredivisie central midfielder for your right CM. So I'm going to call for right CM next.
Ooh. Do I safety and now instead?
I'm
gonna say safety, Tom.
Alright, okay, I'm gonna say... I mean, there's always the chance to use an icon at right centre mid, but I'm gonna say, do you have De Jong?
No.
No De Jong, alright, okay. Your turn. Oh no, it's my turn again, because that was a safety.
That was a safety, mate.
Okay. That was a safety. Right, okay.
Woo.
So that means that now, if we go for your centre forward, I'm going to say, is he an icon?
Is my centre forward an icon?
Uh-huh.
I was very, very tempted to put my new love, Tom. Which is, of course, Socrates. But no, my centre forward is not an icon.
Right, okay. Now, I'm assuming that there's not some miracle player that plays in here that links you across. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look. And I'm going to assume that potentially you have a player from Barca here. Or a Croatian. But I think the only one that could be is Rakitic. And he's a centre mid, so it can't actually be him. Because he's not a cam by default. So, I'm trying to think how this works. I mean, you could get a strong link. You could definitely got to have a dead link on this right side of the pitch somewhere. It's either coming. It's most likely coming from Ziyech. I'm not gonna lie, because he's already sorted. So that means your centre mid could be the one where this link is coming from. So let me just remind myself of the Eredivisie centre mids that could be there, and then have a look at the strikers that you might get a weak link from, because you might try to be clever like that. So midfielders, concept. Let's have a look. Right. So there is Tadic. I mean, you could have just used you could have used like a strong link all over the place. I don't know. Could have used a strong link from all of these players. A lot of Dutch players. Okay, let me have a look. Centre forward. Let's have a look at forwards. Okay, you could use any cam. That's the worst thing about the cam position. You use any, or the centre forward position. You can use any cam or any striker, and there's loads of both of those in La Liga. I'm gonna have to say, is your player your centre forward from Barcelona?
Yes.
Right, okay, that's going to limit it down a lot. Now, I don't think you've got enough. How much is Messi? Let me just footbin Messi's price to see if you would be able to afford him. I think he probably would, to be honest. It's really just a flip between Messi and Suarez as to which one you're probably using. So which one would you use? Messi or Suarez? Messi or Suarez? I know which one you'd rather use. Have a look at the centre forwards. Messi or Suarez. Or birthday Coutinho. So we've got a 1 in 3 here as to which one I think it could be. Now, have you used birthday Coutinho? Oh, wait, did I ask you he's from Barcelona? And I'm an idiot. I'm actually an idiot. So you're not even getting the strong link from Modric now. What am I doing with myself, Andy? I've completely messed this up but got away with it somehow.
Have you just accidentally guessed that my striker's from Barca? When you meant to ask if he's from Real?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Alright, so...
You're actually such an idiot. How have you done that?
I don't know. I think it's because I was talking about Rakitic earlier. That's embarrassing, but oh well, it's actually helped me massively. It's now got me down to a 1 in 3. I mean, would you try and be super clever and use Coutinho, or would you use Messi? I'm going to rule out Suarez and say, have you got Lionel Messi?
No.
Ah, no!
That was so jammy, you didn't deserve to get that. Your own poor logic.
It's just a mistake, you know.
Wow.
You got to roll with the punches, didn't you?
Woo! I was sweating when you... I don't know why you asked that. You said, have you got a player from Barcelona? And I was like... Well, yeah, I have, but why on earth have you even asked me? I've been so sneaky to put him there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, God. Right. So back to you, Tom.
Yeah.
Your left back's anyone from the Liga. We could try and do that, but there's a couple of them that are at least semi-usable now. Since Kazawa, and I think this one's the SBC in it. Yeah, so you can't use that one, but you got Mendy or Kazawa's other card. Although, is it a foot swap? Oh, okay, so you've got 2 of them. So you got Mendy, Benson, Arby, Marcal, and then if you really wanted to, you could just use normal or Champions League Kazawa, whatever it is. What I'm trying to work out is what on earth you've done for your right centre mid. So the issue with it is, if you've used... It needs to get a link to, at minimum... But it doesn't actually have to get a link to Ziyech if you've got a strong link to him at striker. It could just be... someone who gets a link between these two. Like Fabian. And then you've used, I don't know, strong link to Ziyech at striker, and then Raul at cam. Or someone who strong links to Fabian at cam. I don't know. This is making it so overly complicated is the issue. Alright, so what I'm going to do actually, because this is kind of going to narrow it down to 2 things. I'm going to ask you, Tom, does your right centre midfielder get a link to both Benatia and Fabregas?
Let me check. Yes.
Okay, so it's either an icon or a Spanish dude from the Serie A. I think the only one's Fabian. It's there's Luis Alberto as well. What's he doing with
that position change card?
With that card?
What a hero.
He's got no defending though. And that would mean that you need a strong link to Ziyech at striker. I'm just having a little foray onto footheads because it's easier to see the strong links. Apologies, chat. Strong links to Ziyech. Striker. You got Huntelaar, Tadic, Dolberg, Tadic, Huntelaar, Dolberg. There's not that many. Alright, Tom, have you got an icon at right centre mid?
I don't, no.
Okay. Just to double check. I should have asked. I suppose an icon. If you'd have said yes, that would have been a Hail Mary area. What I probably should have done is asked you if you had a Lazio player or a Napoli player, but never mind. Just to double check that this isn't a thing. It's not. Okay. Do you have Fabian, Tom?
I do not, no.
So you've got Luis Alberto. That's annoying.
Right,
Should have
okay,
asked.
back to your squad, Andros. Back to your squad. Now, I know that I've limited you down to Coutinho or Suarez pretty much at centre forward. What I think has happened is that at your right centre mid, you have an icon there, which is giving you a strong link. And I think you've already brought up his name, and that is none other than your boy, what's his name, Socrates. So I wouldn't be surprised if you've got Coutinho. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for your left wing, and I'm going to say, does he strong link to your centre forward?
He does.
Or better. He does. Right, okay, so what I'm going to ask next is... Let me just double check the players that can play left-sided for Barca, because there is Dembele, isn't there? So he could be... I'm going to have to say, is your player from Barcelona?
Yes.
Your player is from Barcelona. Right, okay, that gets me down to a coin flip, which isn't too bad, because I'm pretty sure you're either using Coutinho, who you might be using in the middle, or Dembele. So, let me just double check the left mids. Who will I go to out of these two? I know you do love that Dembele card, but you also love Coutinho. But you could have used him at centre forward as well. So maybe I should just take that out of my ideas. I think that you want to be clever. You've used Coutinho in the video, so I'm going to say, have you got Dembele at left wing?
I do.
Yeah, nice. Right, okay, that's good. I'm getting back. I'm pulling back after your strong first round. I'm pulling back a little bit here. Okay, so I'm going to put in the players that I know you've definitely got now, because I know you've got Coutinho, or it doesn't actually really matter who you've got there. No, I don't want to put that in there, just put Concept in Coutinho so I can keep track of it, please. There we go, get his birthday card in, and then Dembele out here. Dembele. Concept. Right. No, that's Moose and Dembele, Tom. Where's the other Dembele?
Usman.
Usman, yeah, it's one beneath. The one beneath. There we go. Right, okay, so now we're looking good. So I'm almost certain that you're using an icon at CM, right CM, because I don't think there was any Brazilians that you could have used in the Eredivisie. Let me just double check this. Eredivisie, Nation, Brazil, Concept, Neres, and then there is a guy called Mauro Junior who plays for PSV, but he's 70 rated, so I don't think you'd be using him. So I'm pretty sure you are now using some sort of icon there. So that would make it silly to go for your CDM. Your right back is already sorted if you are using an icon there, so I think we're going to have to go with your left back. So left backs, he's going to be from La Liga. He doesn't necessarily need to strong link to either of your players, so I'm going to just assume that he's just any La Liga left back, but fortunately left backs and right backs are kind of scarce. However, La Liga does have a lot of them. I'm going to start off by asking, is your player Spanish?
No.
Is your player, how many are there? is your player Brazilian?
Yes.
Right, okay, so we're down to a coin flip again. Felipe Luis, who's just horrendous, or Marcelo, which one would you use? Now, Marcelo makes more sense because he obviously strong links to Modric, and if you haven't got that link going through the midfield, then that would be where it is. But also, he's so blooming obvious. If I say Felipe Luis and then it turns out to be Marcelo, I'll kick myself, so I'm going to have to say, do you have Marcelo?
Yes.
You have Marcelo, nice. Oh, you've just got to go with the most obvious one, really, haven't you? Because otherwise it just hurts too much not to. Okay. Right, I've got one more go. Where do I want to go next? How many rounds have we had? We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this will be my last go regardless, and it will just stop you from getting more than one go. I think you've done something fruity as hell. I think you've got Icon here, they're all sorted, and then you just go into a random league for your CDM. So I'm going to say, I am going to go for your CDM. I'm going to ask, is he either in La Liga or an Icon?
Is my CDM in La Liga or is he an Icon?
Yeah. Is
no.
he either one of those? He's neither of those. Okay, so that would... I don't think you've got an Eredivisie, I really don't. Which puts me at, like, complete loss. I have no idea how I'll ever get you on this one. I'm going to say, is your player either from the Premier League or Serie A?
Yes.
Premier League or Serie A. Who, I don't even know who would make sense in this, to be honest. Who would be a good... I can use pretty much anyone, isn't it, at this point? If I get this, it's just the most ridiculous guess ever. Who do you love? Do you have, for the banter, do you have Kante?
No.
Oh, okay, that would have been hilarious. But okay, right, you get the last go, Andy, to finish off the game.
Alright, so, with a little bit of help from my chat, I suppose, they remind me of someone that I looked at before. I'd Benacer to link between Ziyech and Fabregas. Which actually puts him on full chemistry, but it does still need a link to Ziyech. The issue is guessing it. That's my problem. Because I could say to you, does he have a link to Ziyech? Well, no, he has to have a link to Ziyech. I can say, does he have a strong link to Ziyech? And you'll say no. Odds are it's an Icon, and that's ridiculously hard to guess. So I'm tempted to just ignore your striker. The issue becomes, for example, say you put Raul there, you could put any Spanish camp because you get enough chemistry off Fabregas. What's the best option to go for here? I'm going to go for your left back, Tom.
Alright then.
Because there's too many. If I had a couple of goes left, I'd go for your striker to get an idea of who it was and then work out your cam off the back of that. Which I think would be quite... Like, say I asked you, do you have an Icon, a striker? And you said no. I was like, is there a strong link? No. It gives me a rough idea of what you can do for your cam, even if I don't guess your striker. But I don't have enough goes to get back to that point. So instead, I'm going to just target your left back. So it needs to be... It needs a link to Glick. So it's either League Earn or Polish. So I'm just going to check. Yeah, there's no way you're using Ribus. And then just to be extra safe, because I keep rushing to conclusions. Okay, there isn't one. Nice. Let me check that in the League Earn as well. Because I keep getting excited to ask my questions and missing stuff. Okay, there's no way you've used Oyongo either for a left wing back in the League Earn. So, you've got a League Earn left back, Tom. The question is, which one is it? Mendy is the one that I don't want to play against the most because he's actually really annoying. And then also Kazawa, but I doubt you've actually got one of his good cards. Yeah. I'm just going to ask you, Tom, is your left back French?
He is not.
He's not French. Okay, so you've got Ben Sanabi, Ben Sabini, Marcal, Bernat, Baba, could go for this guy for another strong
Why do they
link.
all begin with the letter B? Every single one you just said there.
They actually all do, apart from Markel. They just call him Barkel. Has he got a B for a first name? Nah, he's called Fernando. Never mind. All right. Tom. So there's one Brazilian. Is that right? There is one Brazilian. An Algerian. A Ghanaian. That is Ghana. Well played, Andy. A Spanish man. An Italian. An Ivorian. Another couple of Brazilians. Right. What are you going to do? Who do I probably don't want to play against Ben Sabini the most. Ben Sabini or Markel. So I'm going to ask you, Tom, is your left back Brazilian or Italian?
He is not.
Do you have, this is literally just because I don't want to play against them the most, nothing to do with, maybe you've got Benat, maybe you've got Baba, who really cares, but do you have Ben Sabini, Tom?
Yeah, I do, unfortunately, yeah.
Very nice,
really
very nice.
Really, really annoying. I thought a really good idea there. What I should have done is I should have actually gone with Bernat, and then I could have moved into a different league. Could have moved into Spanish at left mid, and I could use Fabregas and whatever. But oh well, there's the game done. So here is my finished team. You also see Andy's finished team on the screen. He did manage to get my left back. He also managed to get my goalkeeper. A bit of annoying. And you also managed to get my right back, and you also managed to get Fabregas as well. So you did get a grand total of, what is that, four players, including my goalkeeper, which is pretty painful.
Yeah.
So the centre mid that you're looking for that links me all together at right centre mid is Fajr.
Fajr?
The Moroccan from the Ligue 1. So yeah, he's doing bits for me there. Daddy's like, who the hell is that? I got Flashback Payet at Cam. I also have Thierry Henry's moment card at striker. Bamba is my left
You've got...
mid.
Whoa. Let's take that back a second, Tom. You just said you've got Thierry Henry's prime moments card at striker. Are you taking the piss, mate?
No, I just put him in because I thought, you know what, I probably won't get to my striker. I was like, I need something here. I need to give myself the best chance of winning, so I just put his moments card in.
Who's your Cam?
Flashback Payet.
Jesus wept.
Right, what's your team looking like?
Okay,
I think
so
after the first round, I was actually bricking it that I was going to end up completely trash, but I managed to do a good job on your team as well.
I'm kind of annoyed about the fact that, I mean, you guessed my right back. That was fair enough. If I use my logic, I wouldn't have. If I use my questioning, I wouldn't have guessed my right back. If that makes sense, which is why I put him in. Because I would have. The first thing that I asked you, Tom, is does my right? Or I would ask as you is does my right back link to Hakimi? And I would have said yes. And then I would have said, is he Moroccan? And I'd have said no, and then it could have been anyone. I suppose that's kind of what you did anyway, to be honest with you. But you knew it was... Oh, you just went for the strongest. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, okay, maybe you would have got him. I was kind of annoyed that you accidentally asked Barcelona, because I had Suarez.
That was really big. That was a godsend, honestly. I don't know.
Because I don't think you'd have got Dembele then, if you didn't accidentally guess that I had Suarez.
No.
Which is really annoying, because Dembele's got to go.
You didn't have Coutinho, did you?
No, I had Suarez and Dembele.
No.
So there was no way you would have got that. Whether you would have then got Marcelo as well, maybe you would have just gone for the strong link to Modric just in case. But knowing less about the team, you might have thought I had the strong link at striker or something. I don't really know, but he's gone. What I then did, which was really, really clever, to make sure I had a CDM, 2 centre-backs and a goalie, is I used a guy called Pereiro from PSV, who is Uruguayan. So he links to Suarez, which is why I was pretty confident you'd never guess him. Because why on earth would I use this Pereiro guy?
Right,
other than the fact that you accidentally asked to Barca. And then I used the Uruguayan to go to Torreira. And I've got Europa League Socrates, Alderweireld, and Lloris.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
So I wanted this little diamond of defensive players to try and not concede loads of goals. To
be fair, the way that I was thinking of doing it with the icon, and then you could have used any like CDM and 2 centre-backs and goalkeeper. I'm glad you went with that one because it sounds a lot weaker than what I was thinking you'd put together.
Mate, this Torreira is sick. I feel like I'm in
I don't know.
I don't know if I'm in a slightly better position than you because you got friggin' Henry up front.
No, but I haven't got goalkeeper, so...
This is
all
true.
Your players will feel like Henry when you shoot from anywhere. Right, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to quickly go put together our squads and put the bronzes in, and then we'll show you what they look like. But I think both of us feel pretty down in the dumps about our squads now that they've finished putting the bronzes in. I mean, my bronze goalkeeper is 56 rated, Andy. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know, I'm pretty proud of the squad building of mine, but it didn't end up well in the end.
No, same here, same here. 4 versus 3, I think, was the final count. You managed to get 4 of mine, I got 3 of yours. So, yeah, I guess we're diving into the game next.
Let's do it.
Let's do this then. Wow. Okay. It's not as bad as I first thought, mate.
Why have we got Justin Gaethje in goal? Do you know who that is? He does look a lot like Justin Gaethje.
Maybe someone in the comments can let me know.
Don't.
That is just so bad. That is just absolutely awful form from one of my centre mids there. Whoever passed that in needs to hang there in shame. Go on. Bang! Thierry Henry. Who would have thought it? Ooh. A lot of deflections there. Uh-oh. Oh, come off there. What?
It's so stupid.
Ooh. There you are. It looks like me in goal, I'm not gonna lie.
Does look a bit like you. Looks a bit more. It's like Ginger Justin Gaethje.
That's in. Ooh. Ooh. Through it all. Good save, Lemaitre. Go on. Oh, I thought it was in. Damn it. Go on. What is that, Dimitri Payet? Oh, let's see what it is. Lagging it out, Andy. Outrageous. Oh, look at this. He knows I'm about to score. He said, no, he's not. I'm about to score. He's putting all kinds of... Look at that, you cheat!
What is going on?
Your leg switch is disgusting. Pushing it 3 times there in that piece of players I was about to score.
It's just not where I've just passed the ball. I tried to play a through ball to Ziyech. Never mind.
What a dead game. What a dead game. Alright, well there you go. Game ends as a draw. That's how we're going to finish off the video. No discards for either of us. To be honest, we're both rocking bronze squads. Neither of us want to play extra time or anything like that. Whatever. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure you smash a big thumbs up. The squad building bit was, you know, amazing as per usual. Like, it always does come out as like quite a competitive matchup between me and Andy. But yeah, other than that, I hope you enjoyed. Check out the one we're doing on his channel. And we'll catch you next time. Peace.